Hi Intune friends, in one previous video we packaged the Dell Command Update and used, very good. The video was so long it didn't have time to show uninstall commands. And I got a comment who was asking for exactly that. So this video is going to be about uninstall commands. So we're going to uninstall Dell Command Update, but you can use this knowledge for uninstalling any software. So I will show 3 different ways how to uninstall. So we're going to try to uninstall here Dell Command Update. So we can do, either we do the normal just MSI, and that's actually we already have in our package, but we're going to do it a bit better. So if we go to our packaged properties, and we can do edit here. We got this for free because when we created the Intune Win file, we specified the MSI, and then it reads this. I'm not a big fan of this one, as I mentioned in the other video, because if this MSI ID change, then this one fails. So number 1, let's do WinGet. So if the software exists in WinGet, we can uninstall it with WinGet. So if I do terminal, let's do a terminal. So now we're showing number 1. Let's run that as administrator. We have to do that in order to uninstall. So if we run WinGet, there is a WinGet uninstall, but you have to specify some parameters. So we can use that to uninstall software also. So it says we didn't add any arguments. So if we want to uninstall Dell Command Update, well, we first need to know the ID of that software or name. Let's go ID, that's unique per package. So if we do just the WinGet search and then ID anything starting with Dell dot, since all Dell software starts with that, it's going to be 4 here. So this is the ID. We found that in the previous video. So that's the ID to uninstall. So if we want to uninstall, we can run WinGet uninstall --ID, and then I paste the ID, the one we have up there. Then we can do it, why not do it silent? And it's good to have this parameter also, accept source agreement, because yeah, we want it really silent. I think we could also force, we can say all versions, but this should work. So if I go to program, add remote programs, we're going to uninstall this often, but I'll do that not on the video where I reinstall it. So if we here just type Dell, you see we have Dell Command Update here. So if we run this command, and that should uninstall. It did not uninstall. Let's see what I did wrong here. Oh, silent, probably need a double -- silent. Or it doesn't like it at all. Yeah, so now it's uninstalling. We'll see when it disappears here. Okay, perfect. So that worked. So let's keep this one, and then in our script we can actually add all 3 ways, and then you can choose whichever you prefer. Okay, let's start Notepad++ and paste in this. So number 1, it actually can't run exactly like this. We're going to add some more, but uninstall with WinGet. So now I'm gonna reinstall Dell Command Update. Okay, Dell Command Update is back. So second way to uninstall, we're gonna use PowerShell, and it's VMI query. So we're gonna VMI query all software that are installed and then uninstall it. And I never remember exactly what it is. I'm gonna ask ChatGTP. Write PowerShell script using VMI to uninstall Dell Command Update. Thank you. It's good. Yes. So I'm going to explain. Thank you. I should have. So I'll copy this and open our favorite PowerShell ISE. PowerShell ISE. We'll open it as admin because we're going to run it to uninstall. So we're going to change it a bit. All these scripts you will find in the description of this video. So let's paste this here. So app name, it has to match whatever it's displayed here. So Dell Command, it actually have this pipe here. So we have to put that in here also. It have to match that. And I prefer where name maybe not is exactly. It's okay where name is like. Actually, let me update that here. Thanks. Please update so name doesn't have to be exactly just like. Let's see. I'm going to copy this script again then. So instead of equal, it's going to ask, yes, where the name is like. So I'm going to copy that again. You can tell ChatGTP and just give the script and not the explanation. But so I'm paste this new one here, and let's put this one here. So it would probably have worked, but in case something is added after universal or that. So app substring. Then first it's going to get all the apps that are installed. Then it's going to look for all the apps where the name substring is equal to this. So it's going to look through all installed apps. And if it's like this, meaning a bit like it start with Dell Command Update, then it's going to put that into matching apps into this variable. Then if matching apps, so it can be multiple, for each one, it's going to take the uninstall string of that app and run it. So wow, this script was more than I usually have. Let's keep it. We could have reduced it a bit, but okay, this one's going to work anyway. Should work. Let's run this. If it works, we keep it. So I hit run here. So this one takes pretty long time. Again, this doesn't work for everything. It has to be MSI installation. So now it says uninstall Dell Command Update. Okay, so it sounds like it's find something. This should be uninstalling, and then it takes the app.name. So this is Dell Command Update. So if we look here, is it still there? Yep, it's still here. Update for universal. Okay. That one is gone. Let's see if it's gonna uninstall the second one also, who is only 8 kilobyte. It did. Okay. Or they are together. If not, it would have been another line. So this one works using get VMI query select from Win32 products. That's going to query every software that it's installed. Once we get the command back, I'll show. If we just run, yep, that one. If we just look what's in this variable $apps, you're going to see it's going to be all my apps installed on this system. So then apps is all. Then it says matching apps where name, so it's this variable here, is like the asterisk in the beginning and the end. We could actually remove the asterisk at the beginning because we know ours going to start with Dell Command Update, but we don't know the end. You can keep the one above also in front. So it's basically looking at each of these name. If it's matching, then it's going to take that one and do the app with .uninstall. And that's, we're going to see where it finds this information. It's actually find it in the registry. That's going to be our third way to uninstall, by the way. So I'm not a huge fan of this script. We could do it a bit better, put more explanation, make it shorter. But since it works and I don't want to do a super long video, let's take this one. So I copy this one. This is going to be our way to PowerShell VMI uninstall. So there, we put that one. And now I'll do a little pause and reinstall Dell Command again, and we do the third way of uninstalling. Okay, back now. It had been installed again. Well, should. Yep, there it comes. So it's back. So the third way, it's the legacy way. Still very good. One of the most secure, actually, because the first one, WinGet, must have the repository. If not, that one doesn't work. The second one with VMI, it must be an MSI most often. The third one will always work. So we're going to find the uninstall string in the registry, a bit what this one actually already did. So let's open the registry. Registry editor, there it is. We don't need to be admin. Well, we're going to be anyway. Then I close this one, so we need to be HKey local machine, then software, then it should be Microsoft. So if it's a 32-bit, we have to go under this one, but no one uses 32-bit apps, right? So let's go Microsoft. Under Microsoft, we have to find Windows. Under Windows, we have to find the current version there. And here it's going to be one called uninstall. So under here, we see all the software that I have installed, or at least all 64-bit ones. So the Dell command, it's not going to be a name. It's going to be the MSI GUID. So I can go through all here, or what I prefer, right-click and find. And I can put Dell. If I put Dell command, I should be pretty safe. So apparently it's this one here. So when we ran previously this one app uninstall, it actually went here to the uninstall string and took this value and probably add some more, because this uninstall string here is not enough. It run MSI exec /x and the MSI GUI, not GUI, ID. Then, so we can use this one to uninstall. So I'll call this one Registry uninstall. Paste here. But if we run this one, it's not going to run silent. So if we, I'll clear this one. Let's do CLS. If we run this one just like this, oh, first of all, it doesn't seem to like it at all. That I don't understand. It should accept it. Oh, because I'm on PowerShell. It's not a PowerShell command. So let's open a CMD for this. Let's see. Here it should like it. Are you sure? I mean, it's going to be stuck. So this won't even work. What we can do, though, is to add some more parameters. So MSI exec likes the QN. That means it's silent. That's by itself is fine. We can also do no restart. Not that it's going to ask it. But what I like is to add a log. And, my favorite log place is program data. And then I have a folder called GBN logs. And then I can call this one uninstall Dell Command Update. And I don't know the version. That's the beauty of it. So if we run this command here, it should run silent and uninstall it. Let us verify. We have both there. Let's run this and see what's happening. So far it looks very silent. The mouse cursor is moving. It's doing something. So we're going to see if these two disappear soon. We already got back the command line. What we can do is to look the log file. I would love to have this one look. Yep. So we can go, where did I put the log? See program data, GBN logs, was it right? Oops. Yeah, I see it's already working. It's disappearing. I'm too long. But here we have uninstall Dell Command Update. So this log file, is it finished? It's maybe still writing some stuff to it. So yeah, it's not totally finished yet. I think maybe I came in good time, good timing. So at the end, you're probably going to see something red, which I have explained before, but it means success. So here it's running, it's still doing, yeah. So here it looks red, so it looks like it's an error, but removal success or error state is 0. And I explained this million of times in other videos, but this tool here, CM Trace, it just look for the word error. If it finds error, it put red. So if it says absolutely no error, it's going to put it red. But this is actually successful. And we saw that, so no surprise there. So that works. So we have our three ways. So now we have to package this. I don't know if we add all three, that's going to make it longer to run. But I do that. You just need one of these. And let's copy this command that we have here. There are a few things we have to fix though. Put it here. We're going to do it in PowerShell. So I'm going to copy all these three ways in our ISE. And I'll start a new one. All this is going to be in the description. I'll go pretty fast here. So we can first do it with WinGet. I mean, if WinGet does the job, the two others won't work anyway. So it won't be that great of a script. But here is the PowerShell VMI, and the third one is the registry. Well, it's not really a registry uninstall. Command with MSI. It's an MSI exec. And if it was not an MSI exec, it would probably be another file that you find in the registry. Let me see if I have any software that's not MSI. Uninstall. Oh, well, I'm stupid. All these have the MSI going. So I'll have to look somewhere here. Firefox, for example, not installed by MSI. So here, the uninstall string would be this instead. And actually, the same for this one. Now I go a bit offline what the purpose is of this video. But if I run this, just my program files Mozilla Firefox uninstall helper, it's not going to be silent. So we can't really use this. It's going to put this wizard. I happen to know that this one just need a /s silent and it should uninstall. So now it's uninstalling Firefox. So for our third option, it's not always going to be a MSIX. It could be exactly this line if it was Firefox we were uninstalling. But now it's Dell Command Updates, so we keep this one. It looks, I like it. Let's put 1 dot and 2 dot and 3 dot. So I have a lot of videos about WinGet. I'm a huge fan of WinGet. The problem here is that when I run it now manually, it works. But if I would run it as Intune a system, it won't find WinGet. So I need to add one extra line. I have it somewhere. Set location. Yes, this line. So this line gonna set the sort of the cursor or the folder to where WinGet is. And then we just need to put // and then it's going to find WinGet. I actually even prefer to put winget.exe, not needed. So this one by itself, gonna uninstall. The other one here, PowerShell that we tested, that's also gonna do the job. But since I'm gonna run all three and this one first, the WinGet's gonna uninstall it first. If this one fail, fine, then this one run. This one also have a problem. It have a problem that if my log folder doesn't exist, like GBN logs, who doesn't exist on a default machine, then the whole command's gonna fail. So we must do a check if this folder exists and then create it. And I'm gonna be lazy and ask ChatGTP again for that. Please check if folder exist, if not, create it. So it's going to do a test path if, and then it's going to do a new item. Oh, it's update the existing script. Okay, that's fine. We just take the part that we want. Oh, and it's going to explain everything. So we just want check if the folder exists. So I'm copy that part. Thank you, ChatGTP. Copy. Go back to our script. So before we run this command, we have to check. So check a folder. If not, I usually use this one instead, like that. If not, test path. Oh, I need one more variable. ChatGTP must have put the where $folder path is. So I need that one also. Oh, it's just above. Okay. Okay, I like that. Thanks. Copy that. Check that folder exists. So we put that one before. So the folder path that we're looking for is this program data. So it's looking. If that doesn't exist, then it create. I don't understand verify folder create. No, that's too much. Messy, but I don't want that in my script. If else, I think we're good. I don't want it too much. Yeah, let's make it smaller. And now I see it doesn't like my code. Something's missing. So new item. Okay, that's fine. It's much smaller. So first we put the folder path. It's this one. Then we say, if this path doesn't exist, well, then create it. It gets created here at line 41 with the new item. And what type is it? It's a directory. So all this just to ensure that this folder exists. If not, this one fail. So we actually have 3 different commands, and you should not put all 3 in the same script. That's way too much. You choose one of these that works. All 3 works for Dell Command Update, but for your other software, maybe not. I put a little quick comment here. 3 ways to uninstall Dell Command Update. I'll put author. I should probably say ChatGTP with help of ChatGTP, and date. We are the 12th July when this is recorded. Okay, I like this one. So now we need to save this one, recreate the Intune Win file. I have so many videos on that, so I'll save this one and quickly do it. So here we can create an uninstall within the source, Dell Command Update. And PS1, very important. Okay, so now we're going to create the package. So we are back in our package. So we just run the Intune Win app util. Many videos showing how to download that one. It's going to ask us for 4 questions. The first one is going to be where it is. Well, it's going to be in this folder source. So that's where we have added our uninstall script. Our setup file, well, we can take the MSI file again, copy that, paste here, output folder. That's going to be nearly the same as this one, but output, and always new on this question. Perfect. So now we have a new output folder. Okay, so let's upload this one so we get our uninstall commands. Okay, we are at the intunemicrosoft.com. All apps, why not? Here I see it is there. So this was our previous one who had no uninstall commands. So let's change the file. And our output, here it is. So it's have a different name. The previous one had a 2 in it. Not really, but I changed that just so we see the difference. So here we can keep everything. We should probably put that we updated it here, but that's fine. Program, here we have to change our again. So we have to do PowerShell.exe dash execution policy, and this time bypass, and then file. What should we run? We're going to have the same below, so I'm going to copy this here, and then execution policy bypass, just verifying. So easy to do typos. If we go back to source, we're going to run for install. Well, that haven't changed. That's a totally different video. That's just for installing. For uninstalling, however, we want to run this command, Control A, Control C, and put that here. Now we could actually make available to uninstall, so we can run the uninstaller from company portal. Other than that, we keep all the same. The detection rule that we did in the previous video, all it's good. So we save this one, so this one get uploaded now. Okay, so I'm learning something new myself. It's only the primary user who can uninstall, and I put Penny Hofstadter. I'm logged in as myself. So I'm going to add myself as the primary user here now and save. And hopefully the uninstall will show up for me. Nice. That makes sense that it's the primary user who only can uninstall. So let's see what it needs to understand this. Let's see if a sync does the job. Well, the sync didn't even have to finish. Okay, so I was waiting for the uninstall. Now it's because I wasn't the primary user of this one. Yep, that's the whole point of it. So now it's going to run the uninstall script. And we have 3 uninstalled running, so one should work, right? Can still fail if it doesn't find the script at all, if I did a typo. That have happened. So the first command running, yeah, it's working. It should be what? We started with the WinGet uninstall. Then we have the VMI uninstall, who also going to run and fail. Well, not fail, but it's not going to find any. And at the end, it's going to try MSI exec x uninstall, and well, it's not going to find anything either because it's uninstalled. Excellent, it worked well to uninstall, so our script is working. Became a lot longer video than I had hoped, but it could have been a lot longer if explaining better all these steps, but I hope that's fine. So we have 3 different ways to uninstall. WinGet, if it exists there, you just need to know the ID, and then you run WinGet uninstall, you run it silent, accept source agreement. And again, since we're running a system, we must set the location, and then we need the // to say, hey, run this one. The second one, we use the VMI. I'll let ChatGTP do most of that. But basically looking for, here's the query. Select everything from who's installed Win32 products. Add it here. Then see if within this list, pipeware objects, where the name starts with app substring, which is Dell Command Update, and then it can end with anything. Then when it finds that, it takes that and do uninstall. Too much code. If I wrote this myself, I could do this in 4 lines, but nice when ChatGTP do it. And the third one, we checked in the registry and we find this uninstall command. This depends on the app. This is the unique ID, MSI ID for Dell Command Update. and I wanted a log file, and then we needed this to verify that the path exists. So normally just pick one of these three in your script, first test on your machine that works, and you have a nice uninstallation script. The win with this one is that you get a log file. That's really nice. This one doesn't require so much work. This one is a bit legacy, but I still like it. It very often does the job, especially if you have multiple products. If you want to remove some old Oracle Java or like, you just put here the Java version and let it run through. So very long video. Thank you very much for following along. Have a great day.